Go to Wyoming. 50states.com tells us that it's been part of this great nation since 1890, over 120 years. It doesn't get a whole lot of publicity, if any at all, and not many people find it an attractive vacation spot or a retirement spot. However, there is an awesome tourist attraction there called the J Chuckwagon. It's hidden in the Teton Mountains in the wilderness there, behind a bunch of trees. It's hard to find. You have to know someone who knows about it to know about it. I've been lucky enough to go to the J Chuckwagon 3 times in my short life. And the J Chuckwagon is an awesome tourist attraction because of the western atmosphere, the home-cooked meal, and the awesome western music show that they put on every night. Naturally, being a working cattle ranch that raises and sells livestock, it's an awesome western atmosphere. They don't have asphalt for a parking lot, it's just a bunch of dirt. They don't have doors on a lot of the buildings there. But all the workers there have a cowboy hat, dirty boots, a big belt buckle, and they say howdy y'all to everybody. And even the ladies have facial hair, it seems like. But yeah, and so to get in, you have to call and make a reservation because it's pretty popular. So about a week in advance, you call and you tell them how many people you're bringing and what you're going to eat, and you go, and it's first come first served seating. So to get a good seat, it says gates open at 5:30. You want to get there at about 3 or 3:30. So usually my grandpa and I would go and we'd wait while my family went off and did whatever they did. And one time we had a really cool experience. There was a group of South African people who were waiting there, and we got to talking to them. It was just my grandpa and I and these 5 or 6 South Africans, and they were just touring the United States, and they decided to stop at the J, and I thought that was really cool. And they let me play Phase 10 with them for a couple hours until the gates opened. And it was a really cool experience. Without a doubt, the western atmosphere gets me in the mood for a good home-cooked meal. Now, there are 5 plates available at the J. Perfect. Okay, so there are 5 plates available, and it tells you here what's served with it. There's only coffee and lemonade served to drink. I've never had the coffee. I've heard it's pretty terrible, and the lemonade isn't very good as well, but the rest of the food is awesome. I promise, it's really, really good. In the serving line, the wranglers, the performers, are actually the ones who serve the food. And so you get up close and personal with them as they lob some applesauce on your plate. It's kind of cool. And one time, my grandpa said that he was, after the show, he had car trouble. And I don't know why he waited so long or whatever, but he was the only one in the parking lot. So he went looking around for some help. And he went in the kitchen and saw the wranglers actually doing dishes. And he asked them for a jump start to his car, and they helped him out. And I just think it's so cool that the performers are actually the ones who serve the food and cook it and do the dishes. I think that's a really special touch that they add. As soon as everybody has eaten, though, the show begins, and this is where the real fun is. There are 5 wranglers who perform every night, and I'll show you their pictures. So, we have Babe Humphrey, and he's retired now, but he started the J Chuckwagon about 30 years ago. And these are his sons. Scott is his oldest son. He's a tenor singer for them, and he plays guitar. Then we have Brian Humphrey. He has a nice deep bass voice, and he plays bass as well. Tim Hodgson, who plays fiddle, and he's really critically acclaimed, awesome fiddle player. He sings tenor as well. Donnie Cook, he doesn't do much singing or talking. Seems like a nice guy. Can't really tell. But he plays any instrument that has strings, honestly. He's an amazing musician. And then, lastly is Danny Rogers. He replaced Babe at the top. He replaced Babe when Babe retired. And he has one of the prettiest bass voices I've ever heard. And he plays guitar now. But it's a family-friendly show, and I wanted to give you all a taste of it a little bit. My grandpa was a cowboy growing up, and most of his life. And he always said that Brian Humphrey, who was pictured earlier, is the best yodeler he's ever heard. And I don't really have anything to compare against that, so I just believe him. And so I wanted to share his yodeling with you.
So every galaxy I know that my rights prepare. You live,
not just music. They also make fun of each other and laugh at each other, and it seems like a fresh show every night. They're really good performers. The bar J Chuckwagon is an awesome establishment because of the Western atmosphere they've set up, the home-cooked meal that they serve every night, and the great show that they put on for you. Clearly, Wyoming has plenty to offer anyone who wants to travel there for vacation or even maybe retire there.